Y'all, it's Cat from Cats on Charms, back with a new video. And this time, we're gonna do an experiment. I have this beautiful iridescent glitter glue. And y'all know we've done the clear glue in with our resin to keep our glitter floating. So I'm gonna try using this glitter glue in with my resin and see if that will cure. Now, I poured 3 ounces. I'm gonna get it mixed up, and then we're gonna add our glitter glue and make sure that's all mixed in too. But I wanna make sure this is all mixed up. So, I'm gonna try this method with our resin, and I'm also gonna try it with the clear. Let me show you. It just arrived. Let me get it open. All right, with the clear flex rubber. So before, the ones we did with the paw prints, they were like off-white. They had a color to them. This is clear, and I'll show you. Like, I'm just gonna pull one out. See that? It's clear, just like our resin. So I'm gonna try adding this glitter glue in with this flex too and see if that works. As well as we'll do our glitter in with that. I know that works, but I'm really curious how this glitter glue is gonna work. All right, so I don't see any bubbles. I mean, any streaking. Let me wipe my stick off. Make sure you do that at least twice when you're mixing. That pulls off any of part A or part B that might be on the stick. And remember, scrape your sides and your bottom, because you want to make sure it's all combined and none just left on the stick, or you're gonna have a weak spot in your resin, and you don't want that. All right, so that's good. I'm not gonna put this in the bubble remover because I really just want to test. What I'm testing is if this glitter glue is going to cure in my regular resin. So I'm really not that worried about some bubbles, because that's not our experiment. So we're gonna take our glue, move this mold, and y'all look at this mold. It's the little sleeping babies. A lot of people use this mold as remembrance pieces for pets that have been lost. They add some fur in there. It's really cute. All right, so we have our glitter glue, and this is 3 ounces, so I'm gonna do 3 drops. Not a lot, you know, add a little more. All right, that's all I'm adding to that. Now, let's see if this slimes up like our clear glue does, or what happens. Oh, it's not sliming up. Okay, that's the first thing I expected that didn't work. Wow. All right, do we see that iridescent? Yeah, we do. Do you see that iridescent in there? All right, so it didn't slime up and activate like clear glue does. That's kind of a shock, because I figured that's clear glue with some glitter in it, but apparently not. So now we're just gonna pour it in. Let's do these 2 smaller pieces, because the whole mold takes 18 ounces. Oh, look at that. This little baby one, this is perfect. That's 3 ounces, y'all. Let me get all that down in there. All right, there we go. It's poured, and we see that iridescent little glow. Y'all see that, right? And I'm just gonna, it's less resin. They're really good about their bubbles releasing. I'm gonna give it a little spritz, like so. Now we're gonna bubble set this, let it cure. When we come back, we're gonna take it out and see what we have, and see if it cured with no issues. That is the real question. But leave a comment now, before we go on. Hurry, put a comment. Do you think it's gonna work? Do you think it's gonna fail? Leave me a comment and let me know. For you, it'll just be a minute. For me, it's gonna be a little longer. I'll see you when we get back. Hey y'all, it's Cat with Cats on Charms. We're gonna do an experiment. I told y'all we were going to try this clear with this glitter glue and see if it comes out. We poured our regular resin, that's what that is. Now I'm gonna mix up some of this clear flex and add this glitter glue and see what happens. All right, so let's tear that out. Let's do 40. So we'll do 20A. All right, that's 20. Whew. Put the lid back on that. That's A. Let's get B. It's actually 21, but that's all right. So now we're gonna do 42. There we go, 42. Put the lid on. Put those to the side. And y'all, remember this mold release you need to use, and really it's Vaseline. So we're gonna rub this. I have to be careful not to knock that resin out of the way. I wanna make sure all of this is good. I'm gonna do both of these. Back on this for our mold release. That's done before I get mixed up and forget it. Can't imagine I would do that. Y'all think that would happen? Alright, gonna move this up. I'll put this over here because I want y'all to be able to see it good. And I'm gonna stir this. You want to make sure that it's stirred up good. I'm not putting this in my bubble machine either. You can put it in the bubble machine, I hear, but I'm not doing it for this one. Because like I said, our main thing is to see if we add the glitter glue, is it going to cure properly? Alright, so there's that. Look at the bubbles rising to the top, you see that? So I'm going to let it sit a minute and clear those out. I'm going to set it here so you can see. The bubbles are rising to the top. Set that on my handy dandy baby wipes. See how they're releasing themselves? Alright. Now, here we go. We're going to add just a very small amount to this. Alright, that's all I'm adding to that. And we're using the same glitter glue that we used with our resin. Because for the experiment, I want to do everything the same. So, I'm going to mix this in. Is this clumpy? Ooh. We'll see if this works, y'all. Alright, so there's that. There's quite a few bubbles in there. I'm going to, I'm just going to let it sit a minute to get some of those bubbles out, in fact. Just going to, well, that wasn't good. It jumped out. I'll wipe the stick off. Alright, our stick is ready for the next use. Let me wipe this off there. Because it jumped out. Alright, let's just get this poured. So we're gonna pour one. Ooh. And let's pour the rest in here. And I don't know that, well, it's good enough to, this is clean. I don't know, y'all. We'll see if that works or not. I'm not holding out much hope for that one. Alright, so there we have it. I'm going to take these gloves off. Gloves off. And I'm not, well, I can spray this. Alright. there we have it. They're both poured. We'll wipe this off. There we go. Alright, throw that in our handy dandy trash. And now we wait. I can see clumps of that glue in this transparent flex. So we'll see how that works out. But there we have it, y'all. Now we play the wait game. I'll be back when these are done. Go grab a drink. Grab your favorite snack. Leave me a comment and tell me, what are you drinking and what are you snacking on? I'll see you in the video. It's Kat. We are in the middle of an experiment and I had to show you. So far, it seems to be working. And what is the experiment we did? Well, we have regular resin here and we have our clear flex rubber. See, it's clear. And the experiment was adding glitter glue into the flex rubber, into regular resin. You see the iridescent little glisten there. So we have it in the resin. And in this one, I decided to add some of the iridescent cellophane and some pearls just to see what happens. So we have the extra addition here. And this is just glitter glue. Look at that, y'all. It did clump up in our flex, but I'm interested to see what happens when we take this out. But I love it in the resin. And it's setting, so there's no issues with it curing. I'm excited for the big reveal. Make sure you've done all the YouTube-y stuff, because I'll be uploading this video showing you step-by-step how to do it tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. Ding that bell, and I'll see you in that one. Until then, happy arting. Ta-ta. Hey, y'all, we're back. Everything is done. Let's take it out. First, let's take out our resin. That cured, no issues at all. Look at that, iridescent. Do you see it? Turned out so cute. And we'll add our details with our acrylic pens. So we're gonna add some eyes, nose, inside of the ears. We're gonna take care of all that. But this actually worked and cured, no problem. So we have the iridescent in our resin. Cool, so let's set him to the side. Now we have our squishies, and we're going to peel it back. Y'all, guess what? I think this did not work as well as I want it to. Nope. Ooh. Alright. Y'all, this is gonna be a fail. Yep. This did not work. So, we found out we cannot. And this has our iridescent cellophane I put in here too. You can see that with the pearls. But y'all, this failed. Set that to the side. Try to get the rest of this out. Gonna add it to the pile. Alright, so let's leave that. Let's try this where we didn't have the cellophane and the, well, it worked somewhat. It's coming out easier than the cellophane. And this was the same mix. Alright. So, this did not. Dun dun dun. This is a fail. So that did not work very well. So, one thing I will say is, I have seen where this comes out easier if it's in water. So that's going to be our next experiment. We'll mix this up, just the rubber, and we'll let half cure. We'll add some glitter in between the layers. Ugh. Alright, this did not work very well at all. Now I got to clean out this mold. But we'll do another batch with this, and we'll try it that way and see if we find success. But that's all we have for this one, y'all. Make sure you do all the YouTubey things. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll try again in another video coming soon. Until next time, y'all, happy arting. Ta-ta.